Today we have the Lee-Enfield SMLE. This particular rifle was made in 1916. It fought in 2 world wars. It is a box-fed 10-round cock-on-close action. The enemy felt that it was a semi-automatic the way the British could manipulate the bolt fast enough. Today we're going to see why this is still a great rifle 110 years later.
All right, lads, let's get on with it.
Nothing beats being in the woods with your boys with an old-fashioned wooden battle rifle, the SMLE. Guys, this one was fun. We had a good time. This particular rifle is from 1916, so failing algebra for 3 times in a row. I did the math before the video. 110 years old, this particular rifle is. And out in the woods, on the range, shooting melons, it feels like it's just broken in. It feels like a brand new rifle, maybe with some, a couple hundred rounds through it. Definitely not the case with this rifle, but you can see why this rifle was so popular in the World Wars. This one, from what we can tell, we picked. From what it appears, this particular rifle was made in 1916 in Enfield, England. What we can see on the markings here, and it looks like in 1944 it went to Australia and was repurposed, maybe put behind lines in Australia, and we know that maybe by the green line here. And they rebored, or they rebarreled it, and I think they put another stock on it. But if rifles could talk, right? I mean, who knows what really happened? But who knows if someone changed out the stock somewhere in its life? But the markings do say 1916. We have a 44 marking here, which is what was known for the Australian military to do when they took rifles into service from England. So this rifle has a couple world wars on its belt, and you can't even tell. I mean, this thing is buttery smooth. They really just don't make guns like this anymore. This is an awesome gun. Though the sights are horrific. The sights are horrible. The British would go to make the number 4 and redo the sights, which is so desperately needed in this rifle. Another problem with it is the rim lock, which is not even a fault of the rifle necessarily. Before World War I, the English were looking at remaking rifles and ammunition for their military, and World War I kicked off, and they had to keep what they had in service. So this is what they kept, and part of that was these countries like the Soviet Union were making rimmed cartridges like the Mosin Nagant and the 303 and a few others. that I can't think of right now. But the rim cartridges create rim lock. And you do notice that with this rifle when you're trying to load in a stripper clip into the magazine. Magazine, stripper clip, two different things.
Nice.
You can definitely tell it's getting caught up. The rims get caught up and tangled in the stripper clip. Even when you're cycling the bolt, it can sometimes do a little rim lock in there too, where the rims get over on top of each other. And that's just part of the gun. I mean, that probably happened back then, but back when this rifle was in service, you had 10 rounds of 303 British, which has taken down the biggest animal on every continent in the world. Right here, 10 rounds in the box, very reliable. Obviously, I mean, this tells you how reliable this rifle is. After 110 years old, it is still kicking. It's right here in America, still busting out watermelon, being reliable. Just a fun, handy little rifle. Such a great piece of history. My stepmother, before she passed, she told me, you shouldn't shoot that. You should keep that on display. But I wanted to get a video and capture the history of this. We should all know what's going on or what has happened in the past, what the sounds of this rifle were like, what the feel of this rifle is like. Because, in another 100 years, who knows? I mean, this still may be here another 100 years, but eventually, things will start disappearing. So it's good to document history and what we have here. And this is a great piece of history. Again, I would change the sights. I mean, you're trying to look at this little tiny notch here, and then you get caught up on, am I looking at the left wing? Am I looking at the right wing? And these aren't notoriously known for being accurate. It is a cock on close design, so you can really rack this bolt, and it almost just wants to spring open. I mean, this thing it's stiff until the last close, so just pops open, and then it's just tight right there. So you can really rack off a lot of shots there. You do the Mad Minute, they called it, where the British were able to pop off like 30 rounds in a minute at the Germans, and they thought they had semi-automatic rifles, but it was just really the SMLE. But yeah, just a fun rifle, a good piece of history. It was a lot of fun. So you can see here on the Lee-Enfield, it just wants to pop back. I mean, it closes, and that's tight, but you just lift open the bolt, and it pops. And there's no fight until the very end. So this design here is a cock on close, whereas we compare it to the Mauser, you're fighting the bolt because it's a cock on open, and you gotta loose back there, then you gotta, it's a little looser on the way up, but the momentum right here is you have to use that bicep, that forearm to get the bolt back, push forward, and then it's loose there. Whereas here, it's all spring loaded and only there, so you have a lot of momentum to be able to pop off follow-up shots a lot more quickly with the Enfield than the Mauser. Thanks to River City Guns, and thanks to you guys for watching. I appreciate it.